Way for Hollywood.
It's Jeremy.
And Todd.
And we're counting down the 5 biggest things going on in our world.
And, of course, in our lives.
In our lives, in our world,
in
whatever's
our backyard,
going on.
in the car, in the front yard, down the street, whatever's happening.
All of it. You are invited to our little hangout every Friday. New episodes drop of the Jeremy and Todd Top 5 in a very Hollywood eccentric.
Number 5.
Top 5. I've got something that I never thought that I would be ever able to do. Hobnob with Tom Hanks.
What? Tom Hanks?
I'll explain at number 1.
Okay. Wow.
Brad Pitt from Hollywood. Here's a couple of headlines. Brad Pitt no longer sober.
Yeah, I saw that
7
story,
years.
and, you know, he was real kind of casual about it and flippant, and I was like, that's really, I don't know that that's a good look for him, but he just said, hey, you know what? I tried it for a while, and, well, I'm getting back off the wagon. I'm like...
You know, it makes me sad because if you know any addicts in your life, I don't think any of us don't know. I mean, I think we're all touched with somebody in our lives or one way or the other that has an addiction to alcohol or drugs.
Mm-hmm.
It's so sad because when you lose the sobriety, it's not just less carb here. I'm just going to less carbs this week. I mean, it's something that's very dangerous.
Yeah.
And could potentially take your life. So I don't like that. This came through the news cycle here and made me sad for Brad Pitt.
And I know that you're a teetotaler, and I am too. And
what is a teetotaler?
That's somebody who doesn't drink.
Oh, yes, I am a teetotaler.
You do like iced tea, but that's not the same thing. A teetotaler, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You have some right now.
I'm teetotaling myself
right now. Yeah, you are.
Totaling this tea right here.
Yeah, there's something called California sober. Have you heard that term before?
No.
Okay, California sober means that, I'm not doing drugs, but, I'll do weed. But that's a drug. Well, yeah, no. That California sober is like, it's you getting to say that I'm sober without you really being sober. So I don't think that's where he's going with this, but that's an attitude that is Southern California all the way. And I mean, he's obviously ingrained in the culture and the everything else. And I don't know. I just think that there are some folks out there struggling that may look up to him and say, well, gosh, if Brad can do it, well, maybe I can too.
It's really sad. Reba says
is Reba drinking again?
She's not a drinking. No, but Reba recently was asked, hey, is there any update on you getting married to Rex Lynn? No new updates. We're still engaged. We love each other. We're busy. He's busy. I'm busy. We're doing a TV show. We do want to get married. We are engaged to get married, but no new update.
No need for them to rush into it.
Right. I mean, come on.
How long have they been dating, by the way? Been a few years, right?
It's been several years.
Okay. All right.
Been several years.
Well, look at Oprah and Stedman. They're not married yet. That's been
confirmed
50 years almost.
40
years
married.
Anyway.
So right down the road from me on Wilshire.
Yeah.
In Beverly Hills. This recently happened.
Oh, no.
It's your wife. Wait. What are you doing? You ain't doing.
Uh-oh. Lots of cussing.
You ain't doing. What are you doing?
This is the sound of a brawl at a very upscale steak restaurant. Todd, don't even think about doing.
I'm not saying the words. I'm not.
No.
Because you got to invoice and there's no way you're going to get money out of them.
Right. This steak restaurant in Beverly Hills, you're talking $80 for a very small filet. So, it's a really fancy restaurant. These two women started, I don't know what the fight was about.
They're all dressed up. I mean, this is like a fancy night out at this restaurant. It's white tablecloth. It's valet parking.
Right.
He said it was on like a hoity-toity part of town. And
Beverly
these women
Hills.
got into a pushing fight where they're grabbing each other's hair. They're wrestling on the floor right there in the dining room. And, of course, you hear all the beeps going on.
Right.
All the people still fighting. Now, this has been going on for a couple of minutes now.
Probably the lady.
They're just going on to town.
Hair of the the waitress after she told her that steak's going to be $85.
Well, that could be. I
Pull
think
your
I'd do
hair
the
out
same
right
thing.
now.
I think I'd be doing the same thing. Come on.
By the way, that can also be the very same audio of that time that me and that dude got into it at a Golden Corral because he was being a little too pushy for my own liking
Oh, dear.
when we were waiting in the steak line.
What about that barbecue place where some fellow was popping off to me and you got really, that happened just, a few months ago, right?
I guarantee it.
You didn't like it.
No. So, hey, who knows? You and I could be making TMZ. The best part about this, though, this video, and I feel like I could be best friends with these ladies.
Uh-huh.
You go out to a nice, really expensive restaurant and you ain't wearing any underwear.
Oh, my goodness. I don't need to hear that.
They're on the ground and they don't got the panties on.
Well, that's too much right there. Wow.
The video is really funny, but it just shows you could go to a classy restaurant. That don't mean you have anything near class.
That's right.
Number 3.
Dadgummit.
Number 4.
One day you're going to label those buttons and you'll know which number's which, right? So we just had a big event this past week. My wife's birthday, not going to say the age.
Hey,
Becca had a birthday, the 11th.
Happy birthday, Becca.
That was Tuesday, and we had a great day.
What'd you get her?
Well, let me get to that in a second.
Right.
That's not the real story here.
Oh,
We had a great day. She did have to go to work, but she came back home, and folks there treated her well. They gave her gifts. They got her flowers. I got her flowers. We eventually went to with friends out to a pizza place that she really likes. It's a nice pizza place. It's not like an all you can eat place. Well, I'm not saying.
okay.
And we had a great time. It was trivia night there. We did the trivia night. We lost terribly, but had a good time. And so on the way to the restaurant, Becca's like, "Oh, she's listening to her phone and laughing." And I said, "What's going on?" She's like, "Listen to this." And it was you doing a happy birthday song a la Marilyn Monroe, right? Happy birthday to you. Now I have to go
extemporaneous.
I could tell, and I have to go and recreate it because you sent the audio via text, and it's one of those iPhone things where if you don't push save on there, it eliminates the audio, and your audio is gone.
You let it eliminate and didn't keep it?
She didn't know to do that.
I can't believe it.
I thought, like, did you just get the iPhone? What's the deal here? I mean. So she didn't know, and she was like, "Oh, I wanted to play this for you, blah, blah." But she wanted to thank you because she was so touched, and she laughed and was cracking up. And I wanted to be able to grab that audio and to be able to, like, play it here. Now, question is, would it still be on your phone or no?
Don't think so, but you know how I'm really bad at that kind of technology.
Well, so is she, apparently. Honey, I love you if you're listening. So
I'm so glad that it made her day.
It did. She loved it. And of course, it started out the day when I first got up and she was outside reading or doing whatever. I went to the back and opened the door and I started singing happy birthday, but I started too high, like the pitch was too high. Like, happy birthday to you. Or you have to keep going, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she stopped me before I could get to the high note. And that really touched her. She really was happy that I was singing high for her. But she wanted me to thank you. And again, I would have brought the receipt. I would have played the actual audio had that mishap didn't happen. So
well, I'm kind of glad that it did.
Maybe it's for the best. Well,
it might have been.
As far as gifts, I mean, I got her. We got some gift cards, and there's some shoes she's getting. I was going to get her something kind of expensive, and she's like, no. Let's not do that. She's probably saving for something. It's got to be a big thing she wants. I'm thinking so. Probably, but no. She's really frugal and thoughtful and sensible and. You know, I was going to buy her. There was this book set that was like a couple of $100 she wanted, and I was ready to buy that. And she said, "No. Here's what I want." And she's so good about saying, "Here, get this, do that, and that." And I bought her a gift card to a clothing store she likes, and so she had a good day. And we just we were kind of touched by your little gift of song, but Wish I could actually prove it and I could play it.
That
but
makes me happy.
yeah, that was a good day.
$300 if you tell us her age right now.
I'm not doing it. No way, sir. Not worth it.
Number 3.
Dang it.
Yeah, not going to happen.
What was I going to talk about at number 3?
Well, there's a certain thing you're working on right now.
Oh, yeah.
I can't say the name of it, though.
Can I say, we've worked together on a lot of things in the past close to 30 years.
Close to 30 years. That's right.
Yeah. You have worked.
Mm-hmm.
Gary, our program director, has worked really hard on this. Now, this is by far my favorite project in my 30-year career.
Really?
I'm working on something very closely with Todd and Gary. These are my people in radio. When I want to do something, I go to them.
And so happy to help.
Gary, and I are working on something that I'm going to guess we're a couple of weeks away from launch.
All right.
And I'm really excited. Now, there is a lot of different fingers attached to this. It's not just one thing. It permeates into 3 or 4 or 5 different things.
That may be more than I know.
I want you to stay tuned. We will have a whole lot more to tell you next week, if not being able to make the announcement.
Oh, okay.
Of a date of when this big thing is going to happen.
So the big thing, you want to give any sort of tease as to what you're talking about? Or are you afraid to do that right now?
I will keep it vague and just say I'm really, really excited about this. And if you are looking for, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say I'm really excited about this.
Wow.
And we're launching something very, very soon.
That drive some people crazy with that.
I believe you are going to enjoy.
All right.
I hope you're going to enjoy.
I would hope so too. It's from what I have actually participated in, it is exciting, and it's been a labor of love to be a part of it, and I can't wait for it to launch.
I'm so excited.
Number 2.
So let's go backwards about 24 hours and a couple of hours extra. Say about 7:30 on a Wednesday night. Now, Wednesday nights, we just started back with choir at my church, and we had our first choir rehearsal back from the summer, and it was great. And I'm there, and we're hanging out, and we're singing, and we're.
Are you going to sing "Up from the Grave He Arose from the Mining"?
That's Easter, sir. And no, we weren't doing that one, but that's a fine one. You know, Bringing in the Sheaves. That's another fine one.
That's another good. Oh, come.
Church in the Wildwood. Yeah, we do songs that are from the last 100 years, so that's the only difference. Anyway, the hymnal's been updated. You may want to check that out. Anyway, 7:30, I'm standing there, and we're we're going over parts and learning parts in the song, and I get a little text, and the text is from our electric company. We have a co-op here. We have no choice but to do the co-op where we live. Another reason I don't get the heck out of here. And they send a text. They say, "Well, we have noticed that your address has no power." 7:30 on a Wednesday night. So I'm like, okay, well, it's better than it being 12 noon on a Wednesday or whatever. Still, I mean, it's 100 degrees outside, 99 or whatever at 7:30. So the first thing, I was at church, Becca was at church doing something in a different part of the church, and Brian was at home. And I knew that Brian was going to probably freak out a little bit. So I texted him. I said, "Hey, by the way, you probably don't have power. They're working on it. Just sit tight. Don't worry about it." Of course, Brian is not going to read his text. So within about 2 minutes, he's calling me, and we're in the middle of a song, and I'm standing there thinking, okay, what could I possibly do? Because I'm not like an electrician. I don't work for this power company. I can't go dig up the lines or crawl up on top of a pole or anything else. So really, at this moment, I'm in the choir room, and I'd finish, because we were going to be done in the next 20 minutes or so, maybe 25 minutes. So I stood there for a while, and of course, Brian's trying to call me frantically, and bing, 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 bing. And finally, we were about 10 minutes till, and I said, I got to duck out. And I did. And so Becca had just come in the choir room and didn't see me. She said, where are you? And had to tell her. So I come home. And of course, it's, the whole street's dark. It's the whole street. We were without power for 3 hours.
3 hours?
3 hours. I mean, nothing. Now, fortunately, this house is really well insulated, so it didn't really start getting real sticky and stuffy until the last hour. So I actually came up into my office or studio, and because I had work to do, and it was going to really put me behind. It did put me behind, and I thought I was ahead, but the fact that I had no power and really needed Wi-Fi to do it, and these are large files I had to go and shoot to somebody, so it didn't. I couldn't do anything but wait. So I finally got that going 3 hours later. Of course, everything is messed up, all the times on the, electronics, and the computer had to be worked through to get it working properly. And finally, about 12:30, went to sleep. Well, apparently Brian's clock, his sleeping clock's a little mixed up. He accidentally butt dialed me at 2:30 in the morning after I just got to sleep. And I answered, and I thought, oh, there's a medical issue. What's wrong? He said, oh, nothing. I just accidentally called you. I'm like, okay, this night is going to last forever. Oh, so I'm running on fumes, and this podcast is probably the last thing I'll do tonight. After that, Todd's going to bed, because it's like, holy moly, the day that wouldn't end. So I know that there are sometimes rolling brownouts, and sometimes they will have those to alleviate the grid and all that. I don't think it's that. I think it was something major, like there is somebody who, because all of our lines are underground in this neighborhood. So I'm assuming it had to be something goofy, like somebody dug underground, hit a line, and knocked us all out. Then they had to go and get the proper stuff to repair it. But I mean, when you are so accustomed to having electricity and having Wi-Fi and having AC,
yeah.
I mean, so you think about everything, you have to, Brian's going to the fridge, to open the fridge, close the fridge door. What are you doing? Don't let the cold air, all kinds of things. It makes you grateful that you have all these niceties. I mean, this is a first world problem. This could have lasted like the AC that was out a few weeks ago. That could have gone on for days and days. It was just a few hours. But
I go to the grocery store, open up the freezer, and they yell at me because I try to cool down in the aisle.
You're the guy that's doing that.
That's what I would do.
That's what you would do. Well,
that's what you should have done.
I had work to do, and I wanted to be right here as soon as that power came on. And man, as soon as that thing popped on, I'm like, okay, let's get to work. Come on. Come on.
Come on.
Oh, man.
Number 1.
So when you were having that horrible night last night, I was at a mansion in the Hollywood Hills at this weird party.
Did they have electricity?
Did they have electricity. Probably enough to consume a whole dadgum city. Oh,
wow.
My gosh. This was really a cool party. Have you ever heard of FYC out here in Hollywood?
No, there's a group on the radio in the 80s called the Fine Young Cannibals that we call FYC.
Nope, that was not
the same thing? Okay.
For your consideration.
Okay. What's
that? It
that?
is like Emmy nominations, Oscars. It's people trying to get you to vote.
So like a lobbying thing.
Correct.
Except for the famous people.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
And so they throw parties to get you to come and vote for their movie.
Okay.
I had a friend invite me and went out there, and John Candy's kids were there on a panel and answering questions. So was Tom Hanks' son, Colin.
Wow. He's actually a fairly big star.
Colin is. And, it blows my mind how much he looks and sounds like his dad.
Oh, yeah.
It is crazy. Anyway, we got to see this thing and hobnobbed with all of the people, and I got to meet everybody. And that was just a really cool experience to watch and see people and how they interact. John Candy's wife and I had a really moving conversation.
Really?
She was married to what I think 19. They have been together since then.
Wow.
And she talked to me about John and his weight and his struggles and I, when she was talking and we, back and forth, I couldn't help but think I saw a lot of myself in John Candy with my weight and, can't beat that, and how he, there's so many things. If you've not seen John Candy, I Like Me, watch it. It's really, really incredible.
Is that the documentary?
Yes.
I'd like to see that.
It is really, really good. And it was a really amazing conversation with Miss Candy. And, she asked about me and radio, and she said, well, John had the Radio Candy, and, his son, Chris, and I talked for a really long time. He's also our fellow radio guy. He's on our radio station out here. He's got a fun show, but it was a really incredible night. I will tell you what happened to Colin. So I was waiting to say hi to him and get a picture with him. And somebody came up to him and gave him a phone and a stylus and said, can I have your autograph? And I said, well, good grief. With the stylus? Yes.
Really?
I said, that's, and Colin laughed and he goes, that's kind of a first. And I said, well, I'm glad that that's a first, because here you got another one coming, pal. And I started acting like I was unbuttoning my shirt.
Oh, dear.
To have him sign my chest.
No.
And he goes, oh, God, no. And I go, I'm just kidding. He said, could you imagine? I said, yes.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But he was amazing. That whole night was a really, really cool night. And I'm just thinking, this is such a cool experience for me to live out here and get to meet people in the industry that we love and grew up loving, and all of the entertainment. And I talked to the guy who made Elmo. What was it? Hang on. Let me write. I wrote it down because he was the guy who put on Being Elmo documentary. Being Elmo. He did it. And we were talking about that, and it was just amazing. It was just a really amazing night. And you can see.
You mean like the Sesame Street character, right? The Muppet. Okay.
Yeah. He made a documentary on it. It's called Finding Elmo, because this guy was a photographer and had started on, that show when he was really young. And there's pictures at facebook.com/Jeremy on the air. But something else that I thought was cool is they had the actual video from the movie in planes, trains, and automobiles parked outside the mansion.
I think I saw your picture with that. That was cool.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
cool?
That was cool. Yeah.
So I got to, it was a really, 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 really cool night in Hollywood. And I didn't have one stain on my shirt.
What?
You would be happy to know.
Who are you?
Well, the thing about it is, I didn't eat.
Oh, that's why.
Because everybody brings, they bring back these hors d'oeuvres, and I'm like, what is that? Get some cheese on that. Bring out some mashed potatoes so Daddy can eat.
Yeah, octopus on a cracker. It's like,
I don't want that.
Nobody wants that.
No.
Come on.
But it was really cool. Love you for your time. It's the Jeremy and Todd Top 5. New episodes drop every Friday. We hope to see you next week.
Yeah.